People don't judge a book by its cover, do they? I mean, that's not right. Well, yes, they do. And if you are traditionally published, you don't have a lot of say in your book cover. But if you are indie published, that is 100% on you. And yes, readers do judge a book by its cover. Book covers matter, perhaps more than you can possibly imagine. Welcome back to my channel. Hi, I'm Autumn Bardot, and here you will find quick tips, author tools, and hopefully even a little bit of inspiration. Today we're going to discuss why your book cover sucks. I know, it's really harsh, but sometimes harshness is needed. Here's the hard truth. People do judge a book by its cover. People judge you in a fraction of a second. If you look slovenly, or you're stinky, or you have, a foul mouth, people make an instant judgment. Is it fair? No, but that's kind of how we are. The same thing with your book cover. If it looks amateur, homemade, or just looks off, they're going to judge what's inside the book. People figure if you can't bother to put together a professional genre-specific title, then you're probably not going to bother so much with the inside of the book. Packaging sells a product. We all know that, right? Well, your book is your product. And if it looks off, if it is poorly packaged, if it doesn't catch the reader's eye when they're scrolling by the book platforms, you've lost an opportunity to connect with a reader. They'll skip right over your book. Here are the 7 reasons why your book cover is not so good. All you need to do is join Club Autumn, and all of my PDFs for most of my videos can be found in the file section. All right, here we go. Number 1, your cover does not reflect the genre. This is by far the biggest problem that I see. Nothing screams self-published than a really poorly designed or made cover. A DIY cover. Now, I know from other authors that they have gotten great book covers from Fiverr, which is, on the less expensive end. I've also had people who didn't have a lot of luck, so it's going to depend who you find on Fiverr. You can also find other formatters, make connections with other authors, ask them who does their covers. Most of them are very eager to share because they are so excited about their covers. For my covers, I bought photos from either Shutterstock or Deposit Photos. I think it would be anywhere between $20 and $40, and it's the photo or the vector that I am buying. Which brings us to number 2, the quality of the photograph, or horrid photoshopping. Here's the thing. Don't ask a friend for their opinion unless that friend sells a lot of books. And here's why you don't want to ask friends or family. Because most of them want to be nice, or they don't understand photoshopping or graphic design. If they do, that's a different thing. But most of your family members or friends who don't understand that will just go, oh yeah, that looks really nice. Or they will say, that's amazing. I love it. They're not going to nitpick. You need someone who's going to nitpick. Somebody who tells you this is off and this is off. And what's your genre again? Because a reader should be able to tell what your genre is from the cover. Go to the covers in your genre and look at your proposed cover and the covers of the books that are selling well, the professional cover, the traditionally published cover. See what's trending. See if your cover looks like their cover. And if it looks like a poor cousin, you need to level up. Number 3, is font styles that don't jive with the genre or are modern. Even if they're medieval font covers, they can be medieval modern looking font covers. Here's the thing, and I find this more in over 50 authors. We didn't grow up with fonts. We just didn't, right? There was no fonts on a keyboard. But with the advent of all these fabulous fonts, the younger generation, the pre-50 generation, has this appreciation and this eye for fonts. And I'm always amazed when my daughter will look at a font that I have and she'll say, "Mom, that's an old lady font. Get rid of it." And I'm thinking, well, it looks okay to me. But then again, I'm an old lady. You can get fonts on dafont.com, or you can get font packages on Etsy. I found amazing fonts on Etsy, whole package deals, and it's kind of like a rabbit hole. So what you want to check is your title. Usually there's a place to type in the title. You see how the font looks with your title. And a lot of times what you think looked great on their font doesn't look good with your actual title. For example, with Goddesses Ink, a lot of the fonts I really liked, the G's look like S's and the S's looked like G's. That wasn't going to work. If your font is too hard to read, people will swipe on by. Number 4, your cover is not compelling. It's not a cover that catches the eye and a reader says, ooh, that's an interesting cover. Maybe it's the photo or the vector or the image or the font. Covers are art after all, right? And so it's a combination of all of these elements and what is trending worldwide that catches somebody's eye. Number 5, and I see this a lot with newbie authors, is the cover does not look good on that tiny little thumbnail size. If you can't read somebody's title on that thumbnail size, they're not going to click on it. They're just going to swipe on by. So make sure you check that tiny little thumbnail size, that it is readable, that you can see everything. Nobody's going to squint and peer close. They're just going to, swipe on by. The 6th and final reason why your cover may need some work, and I hear this way too often, and it's sweet and wonderful, but also, it's not going to work for you. And that is when a author has used the artwork or formatting or drawing or illustration of a friend or family member, and it's, not that great. And the author says, but it's meaningful to me, or I'll hurt their feelings if I put another cover on. Well, did you want to sell books? Still don't think covers are all that important? Google Fahrenheit 451 and look at all of the different covers it has had over the years. A lot. Why did the publisher keep changing the cover? To keep up with what was current at the time, what the new cover styles were. Look at old books in the library. You don't see covers like that anymore, and you immediately know, when was this written? Well, something can be written a long time ago, but if it's traditionally published, the publishers keep updating the covers. So that's how important covers are. Now, take a good, hard, honest look at your covers. Do they match up to the current bestsellers of your genre on Amazon? If they don't, you know what you need to do. I hope you join me next week when I'm going to discuss how to do a good live reading of your book. Do's and don'ts. And my next video, I hope to announce a very cool thing that I will be doing in 2022. Don't want to tell you just yet. It's so exciting for me. And so hopefully with the next video, I can tell you exactly what I will be doing. As always, writers, dream, create, and embrace. Bye-bye.